Welcome everybody. Welcome to the term of EL-lumination. Now there's a bit of talk on the amongst the globe, you know, the funded mainstream NASA funded anti-flat earth, you know, globe spinning morons out there. And there's one guy out there that talks like this: everything fucking total bullshit. I asked him a question and he didn't know what it was, didn't know what I was talking about. But I get questions all the time from dumb globies and I don't answer them all the time because I get sick of repeating myself. But I think that guy was asking how you get the sun. Was it the sun? How do you see, well, something from the 3 different places around the flat earth? So the flat earth model is everything's projected from the northern hemisphere, right? Because it all turns out of the north. So it's all projected into the southern hemisphere. There's not just one. They're all images in this. It's a split cell. The northern hemisphere is split to the south, right? That's why it's called it. We have a dual hemisphere, a north and a southern hemisphere. There's circles, look. Because this circle here is mirrored to here. That Polaris is Sigma Octantis. Polaris Australis. Arctic, the anti-Arctic. They're all mirrored. Because it's a recycling magnetic field. It goes out and comes back. So you could say every one of these is a returning cycle. Because the magnetic field, like of a ring magnet, is a multitude of cycles, magnetic cycles that just go out and come back. 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 Continuously flowing all the way around that way. Because everything moves to the west, doesn't it? So the southern hemisphere. There's the northern hemisphere. So because it's mirrored, there'll always be an image out from the center. How do we get the sun all the way around the Antarctic region? Because it's a dual cell system. You've got the northern hemisphere. You've got the southern hemisphere. Whether it be here or whether it be here or whether it be here. They're all south and they're all mirrored. This southern field moves up over 6 months to overlap half of the northern hemisphere. That's what it's doing all the way up to there, or all the way up to there, or this one, all the way up to there. It comes in to the June solstice. And then it comes back out again, back to there. So you end up with the north and the south. There's a gap. That's where Orion's belt comes through when it's separated. Southern hemisphere, northern hemisphere. Whether you want that to be there or there or there. That's where Orion's belt passes through the gap. It's now the split cell. Split cell. Conjoined cell is June solstice. Science tells you the sun follows the Earth's magnetic field. And that's governed by the ecliptic plane. And the ecliptic plane tilts or flexes, more like flexes. Flexes, like this, fixed. That's that time of the year. Southern Hemisphere, sun and a lemma, there. That's the cross member on the cross. He died on the cross. That's why it has a cross there. There, see? Cross, balance, but it flexes. The sun is at the center. Center, the actual sun, not the sun we see projected out into our realm. The actual sun. The ecliptic plane starts flexing down and out, or it goes back up and in the season. You know, the old protea flower. Everything in nature has something to do with the flat earth system. So you have this moving in and moving out system. So the side elevation, it's a plan view. The side elevation looks like this. It's down and out. Southern Hemisphere, all the way around the south. The sun is down and out, or it goes up and in. Okay. We can draw it like this more. Coming up and in is the sun going up and in. Or it comes down and out. Down and out. The dual cell system. A northern hemisphere and a southern hemisphere. It's duality. Man only sees his own one system. In his arc of horizon, he can only see one system at a time. That's where Einstein and all his cronies came up with relative to the observer. You only get this one meridian line. You're on it. That's all you're getting. Whether you're in the southern hemisphere or the northern hemisphere, depending on your latitude, as to how much of either or you're going to see. South, north, the star rotations, that's it. He doesn't know that this is actually moving around there unless he pulled out his time-lapse camera on a star tracker and track one of these stars moving that way. 15 degrees. Otherwise he's just a dummy. He can just put that on time-lapse and watch the stars go around that way 15 degrees. Not realizing there's two motions, that one and this one. 250. But understanding that system, the down and out, the sun is down and out, so it's seen all the way around there, because the ecliptic plane, when the ecliptic plane is down and out, it's down and out. But it's all bullshit to the dumb globies. Globies are so freaking dumb. Dumbest people on the earth. But they are so dumb. They do not know. They are so dumb. So, that's why we see something this way, we see something this way, or we can see something that way, or that way. You could say that's Australia, South Africa, South America. Look, it's all coming from the center. So it's a projection out from the center. Southern Hemisphere stars move north over 6 months to the June solstice, then move back. There's the northern hemisphere, there's the southern hemisphere in June, south, north. Where do you think the Vesica Pisces comes from? At a particular time, it finds equilibrium. Look, there's balance, magnetic balance, balance. But these dumb ignorant globies, all full of bullshit. They don't understand that the Earth system is a 3-to-2 ratio. There is no balance there until it comes in. Until it comes in. That ratio equalizes with this one and then it becomes balanced. That's balance. That's once again up here at the sun's crossing. Balance. See? 3-to-2. Okay? That moves out, right out, and back. So they're completely separated, more or less. Orion's belt comes through there nice and straight. Cameras with nighttime photography. The stars are doing circles here, but that's not. How can you form circles, but those stars are not curving? They're not doing that. You're focusing your camera on this spot here. That's where the cogs meet, okay? Those stars are not curving with these stars. Everything falls away out of your horizon at this point here. It's coming in, but that's your alignment. That's your horizon. That's the alignment. It's what you get as an individual relative to the observer. So there's a lot of sites out there popping up all the time. Must be fully funded. They've all got fake numbers. Globies have fake numbers. Fake numbers. We cannot get that many morons in one collected state. Should say mental state of delusion. They're all fake numbers. This is why I only have 8,000 after all these years, because I've been telling the truth. YouTube, the people who run all the systems, they don't like you having the truth, knowing the truth. You cannot share the truth. That's why I'm stuck at just a few numbers. And these guys are highlighting the fact, I've never even heard of that guy. He's a nobody because we've never heard of him. You don't hear of me? Yeah. They hear of me all right. They just shut me down. They don't want to know me. Because I'm there to go with the whole flat earth model. I can explain it all. But, okay? So many guys out there on the internet now. Poo-pooing flat earth, trying to destroy it. They thought they had a plan with old Will Duffy or whatever his name was about this 24-hour sun in Antarctica. But I've come along and blown it for them. And this, I'm referring this video to one I've just seen of them calling me idiot and whatever. And they mention, I might have got a couple of hundred subs come over since Duranism, which is right. So you've got 6,000 over on Duranism and only 200 came over to my site, and these people are supposed to be looking for the truth. I'm the only guy who's got the whole model, and they're trying to tell me that's all I get. And that's realistic. They got 6,000. No, 60, I think it is. Might even be 600,000. I can't remember. But only 200 come over to my side. And I'm the only guy that can explain everything. Just goes to show you what a scam it is. What a joke. It's all set up. It's all fake. There's no way. They'll all be, they're all jacked up numbers from the Globies community. They're all funded. They're shill sites. They do not want you to know the truth at all costs. They're all getting funded because it's worth billions of dollars. Shit. Because if you're not as dumb as shit, you end up leaving the matrix. Once you wake up, you can't go back. They've just lost themselves a slave to the system. It's all about bullshit. Okay, so that's how you get the projections. All the projections come from the centre north, okay? As the north turns, the southern hemisphere turns around it. It's mirrored. So if that's turning, obviously these are turning. So one rotation there is a full rotation around the south. Earth is a dual system. One, male and female. Two, day and night. Three, northern, central, hemisphere, and it's mirrored southern hemisphere. Four, the seasonal change. Down and out. Up and in. Chito, turn them. Yeah, okay. Up and in. Five, what's another one? Day and night, northern, central, male and female. We have a weak force and a strong force, which is basically magnetism, because that's what it is. A south pole is weaker. Is weaker than the North Pole. The North Pole is the strong force. There's a weak force. So nature's all about finding equilibrium. So when you put a South Pole to a North Pole, they link together because they're finding balance. Okay? They're finding balance. But a South Pole is going to push away from the South. They don't like each other. Because it's got its weak force, It's just even. They want to seek out balance here, which is there. There's no balance seeking here. So north will be over here and north will be over here. And guess what? That's how the earth works. That's Capricorn. And there's Cancer. That's the Antarctic. And here's the Arctic. It works just like this. This field rushes to the south because it's unequal. it's always seeking south. So it comes up here out of the ground, comes there, races over to the south, can't get here because there's no wanting to join, there's no attraction here, but it's there. So then it goes down here, shoots along here, because there's a dielectric in here, inertial state there. So they don't cross here, right? So this to go under the ground, then come up here at the other Arctic. And then this comes up, races over to there. Once again, same thing. So it shoots down here to shoot over there to the strong force, because it's now weak, seeking the strong. That's seeking that. And then this strong field, so you can see strong in this whole field here, and weak here. So the strong is seeking the weak to balance out that way, and this is coming back to balance out this way. They're forever trying to find balance. Okay, so you got to understand the weak force and the strong force is basically South Pole, and of course is North Pole. See, only this channel can show you what a magnetic field cycle is. It's a magnetic field cycle. There's the strong, there's the weak, there's the North Pole, there's the South Pole. So this comes because Earth is like this. There's your northern hemisphere. They're all raced into that middle center point. There's a strong force and weak force out here. It all goes like this. That's how the cycle works. All the way around the Earth. Out and back again. See? Works like this. Out and back again. All around here. The dual system, and the duality is this 3:2 ratio, but it has to find this equilibrium, so it'll be 2.5 and 2.5, won't it, to equal up, and that balance there is only found at this point here, and that's spring. That's all religion is about, this area here, springtime. Spring. Because man can find balance here too. You find balance, you open your third eye. Then you know everything. And you know all these globe tarts are just dumb, morons, full of it, because you found the truth. And this is what the Freemasons know about you, see. They don't want you to know it. That's why they pay all these people to keep you dumb, because the longer they keep you all dumb, the less likely you're going to wake up, because it's your state of consciousness. If you're in a dumb state of consciousness, there's no way you're going to be enlightened, are you? See, it's once again balance. So if you're dumb as shit over here, and there's wisdom, hey, you're ruling your life as a dummy. A dummy. Dummy or dummy? You've got to flatten this out, flatten this line out. Find equilibrium. Start thinking. It's using your brain. Not thinking that everything is fucking bullshit. No, you got to start thinking. That's all I've got to say. If you really want to get to the bottom of everything, go to my Patreon site, Tomb of Illumination. Check out the spelling there. You can give me a little donation, keep me going. If you want me to keep sharing the truth, Tomb of EL-lumination. Because that's what our earth is. It's illuminated. It's God. Godly illuminated. It's a tomb. We're in this tomb. Okay? We can't get out. It's like this. It comes out of the center. Comes out of the center, comes up through here, but it's because it's come from here and it's come from there. It's a recycling system. It's enclosed because it's all about magnetism. It's a magnetic flux. Right in the center is our plane, an inertial plane, 2D plane that came from the center hole. So this plane all came out of the center vortex. Just blew out like this. Blew out like that. Bang. Inertial plane. And then it just set everything in motion. So it started going like this. But then it split. Somewhere along the line it split. Went up this way, down this way, down this way. And you look above the earth. There's the human brain. It's all about consciousness. Then you look at the shape they've drawn on Antarctica, it looks like a human brain. But Antarctica goes all the way around the room. We're all contained in this human brain. It goes over to meet South America, okay? You've got to realise we're contained in the brain. The conscious state. In here. Like little cells in this brain. Everything's contained. The big ice shelf all the way around the south. Tomb of Illumination. That's where you'll find my Patreon. Page. Where I reveal all the secrets. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope the bad language didn't turn you all off.